The more that I play with this team, the thing that comes to light the most is the lack of consistency that we have with this team and in the way that we play. So today, I'm actually going to ask you for a favour. Based on what you see in today's episode, to let me know what you think about the way this team plays and about the tactic that you're seeing on the screen. Because quite honestly, I'm torn whether to just rip it all up and try something new or persevere and just make a few tweaks. Hello and welcome back to Unemployed to Legend, Club 3, Episode 9 with RC Lons. My name is Craig and come up on today's episode we have a Champions League match at home against Hertha Berlin of the Bundesliga and a league match away against Strasbourg, so the best of both worlds, where we'll be able to see just how inconsistent or maybe how consistently good the team could be. I don't know, it depends on who's actually going to show up today. But since you were last with me, we've done about 2 months worth of games. As you can see, the form has been mostly good, but there have been far too many draws for my liking, in particular in the league, where we've actually drawn the last 3 straight league matches 1-1 against Nice, Brest and Troyes. Now, Troyes, I actually did want to show you this game, and I actually did start recording it, but then I paused because I had to cough, and then I forgot to click restart. So when we equalised in the 91st minute, I was celebrating like mad, and I then looked at my recording and I was like, oops, I forgot to press play. So we're going to come back for this game, which was actually going to be the second game of the episode, but instead Hertha Berlin will be our first one, for the first half of this video. Now, since you're last with me as well, in fact I'll just show you the league table very quickly. You've probably seen it on the screen already. Even despite that form, we are sitting in 4th at the moment because everybody is just taking points off of each other. Case in point, we drew against mid-table Brest, who are 10th in the league, and then Brest have literally just gone and beaten second place Lyon away from home. I think we've got ourselves a league where everybody's just going to take points off of everyone, unless your name is PSG, because PSG are just going to run away from us now. It was very close between us at the top, in the top 4, but not so much at the moment, but that's purely because we're giving away stupid points. But what that does mean, we still have a chance of getting back into the Champions League for next season. In fact, I'll just show you Champions League itself. We have played 5 games now. We are... I thought we were... I thought we were in the top 5 or so. Oh, right, because a load of teams have already played. Right, that makes sense. Teams played the night before. Okay, so we were in the top 8 with 11 points from 5 matches. Very good start. We've got a good chance of getting into the top 8 and just skipping the playoff round of the Champions League. We'll see how it goes against Hertha Berlin for that to happen. Now, just coming back to the transfer screen, because we have had one player leave the club, Sebastian Vegas, our former he's 32 now, our former 32-year-old left back. We sold him to Al Sadd in, is that Saudi Arabia? Sorry, no, it's in Qatar. My apologies. It's in Qatar. We sold him to them for £4.2 million. I think that rises to 4.7. He was a player that we actually had on the transfer list for 25 million, but no one was paying that. Nobody paid. Nobody even came close to 25 million pounds for him. And he was said to be needing convincing to stay at the club because Al Sadd were going to pay him stupid money. He's being paid about £74,000 a week. I think in context he was being paid about 25,000 here at Lens, so it kind of makes sense he wants to move there for financial reasons. It also does get an old player off the books. Yes, I know he would have been still a very good player for us at left back, but we honestly wasn't going to be relying on him for the long-term future, especially for the rest of the season. We still have Ariza Balaga and Al Shamari, who can play at left back, as well as Christopher Wu. You'll find out in a moment why he's playing there. But also, we've got January transfers coming up, which hopefully we'll start to go through in the next episode, as well as go through the 2 Milan games in the Champions League. That's going to be Friday's episode. But first match of this episode against Hertha Berlin, this is going to be year 11 we are going to be sending out. Dennis Simon is in goal. Back four of Christopher Wu, Bishabu, Danso, and Ferreira. Wu is playing at left back because where is he? Al Shamari's knackered, and Ariza Balaga is unregistered still. So that'll be the case until after January. Vega is at the base of midfield. Junior Onana and Varchetta in midfield. Adley is on the left wing because all the players who could actually play there, so Svedberg, Fernandez, and Rodriguez, all injured. In fact, Fernandez is back from injury, but he's still knackered, so hopefully we'll see him against Strasbourg. But until then, Amin Adley will be playing on the left-hand side, and he's actually had a decent season for us. Hang on, who wants him? Udinese, it's fine. He's had a good season for us. The average rating says otherwise, but he's been very involved when it comes to actually playing in attack, especially as a deep line forward when he's filled in for Rodriguez, who's been getting injured more and more this season. It's a bit of a shame, but what can you do? You have to work around it. Openda and Girotti are the two main strikers up front, so obviously I would rather keep these two up front for the entire game, but we will have to wait and see what happens. It's really weird watching this team because you can tell when we're a lot better than the other team, we absolutely dominate. But when it's very close or the other team that we're playing is better than us, it's still quite a struggle. It feels like we've taken a step forward, but at the same time, we've sort of stagnated in terms of this tactic that we're using. Great tackle by Adley there to win the ball back. Played over very well to Adley on the left-hand side. Plays it in. Oh, Girotti hits the post. We've done that too often recently. But we do struggle against teams quite a bit, especially defensively, which is a bit of a shame. Right, let's see how well we can play with the ball and Onana. How is Onana the furthest one forward? But Girotti's on a pressing forward role, but he drops so deep. It's actually a little bit concerning because we don't actually have anyone up front, and we've just given away a penalty. How has Kevin Danso done that? I think the opposition have figured out how to play against us tactically, haven't they? Yeah, penalties awarded. And that's not a great start, is it? But you saw how deep Girotti was actually playing. In fact, probably going to... Oh my god, Simon actually saved it. That's the first good thing he's done in like 2 or 3 months in goal. He's actually been very shaky, but finally he actually proves his worth. Right, I'm actually considering playing Girotti as an advanced forward because him as a pressing forward, he can score, but he drops way too deep. And if he continues to do so, I'll probably have to go to Poacher because I would be terrified of him dropping any further back. Oh god, is Vega being told to man mark? Oh god, yeah, there's no point in him doing that. Right, let's take him off of that because he's just being drawn out of position as Hertha Berlin are just going right through us. Let's see what changes we can make defensively then. So, got drop off more on. I'm hoping we don't really need to have that on, but does it make a difference if we do? Because I feel they're just going to run right past us in the first place. And I'm loath to play Medina because Medina just has not been in form at all this season. In fact, I'm actually quite happy to sell him this summer in January. Right, that was actually a poor first half. We're not creative enough. And we just look tired. We can't put on... Oh god, Onana is knackered. Who would I even put on there? Fodsilla? That's literally what I'm going to have to do, isn't it? Fodsilla, who has performed well in training, but he's not actually played for us this season, except 2 matches off the bench in the Champions League, so we'll give him a half. We'll see what he can do. Everyone else is shattered. Bartelson... Goodness me. João Ferreira is having an absolute shocker of a game. My goodness. I don't think the lads have actually turned up today, have they? Right, free kick for Hertha Berlin, and just over. I think we'll be lucky to escape with from this game with a draw. Interestingly, their centre-back is on a 5.8. He's having a poor game, despite the fact Hertha Berlin are just completely dominating. Well, what do we go for here? Tactical change, maybe? Or just something completely different? How easy is that they just literally went past me there? I'll be very surprised if that's actually a goal. Yeah, that was offside, and that's a big, big warning shot. Let's have a look. How far offside was he from this? Oh, they're both offside. Look how far beyond our defence they actually were. That's terrifying. Right, let's see what changes we can actually make here. I'm thinking something akin to this. Got to do like a formation change because I don't think anyone's actually up for this. They're getting past our players way too easy. Openda is going to drop out to the right hand side, I've decided. He's going to be on an attack. Ferreira is just shocking. Full stop. He'll be on fullback, and I'll tell you what, actually, Al-Shamari is going to come on. Not happy with Ferreira at all. Bartelson is going to come on for Bishabu. In fact, yeah, he's going to come on for Bishabu. Oh god, not ball playing defender. You must be mad. And Fernandez, Rodriguez, I'll try not to bring them on. In fact, that's 4 substitutes, isn't it? Let's just save the last one. Let's just save and see what change that this formation can actually do, because we need to try something different. Come on, demand more. We're on balanced, actually. We should be on positive. Adley, Silla. Completely forgot Silla was actually on the field. I don't think I've seen much of him, even in highlights, because he comes on so late in games. There is Silla, but he doesn't find anyone. Varchetta. Oh, he hits the post as well. That's twice in this game. Oh, that would have been an assist as well for Fodsilla, which would have been very, very nice to have. Right, I think we do have one more change. So, who are we looking at? God, my entire front line is shattered. Why is Marchetta in attacking midfield? That's hilarious. Svedberg is injured. Adley can actually go into attacking midfield. Rodriguez. Jesus. There's less than 10 minutes to go, so just give him a few minutes. We've got really no choice. I don't really want to see anyone else get injured at this point. Come on, can we find one goal? Especially as it's a home game. You want to win your home games in the Champions League, but we've escaped. I mean, I call that, by looking at the XG, I call that an escape with 1 point. Yeah, I'm not happy with the performance overall. I know we got 1 point and we got 800,000 in the bank, but it was pretty toothless. Hertha Berlin actually could have won that with ease. They hold out for a draw. Give over. I know we hit the bar twice, but nah, I wasn't feeling that game at all. Well done to Dennis Simon for that penalty save, by the way. Very, very well done. He's just been a bit meh so far this season. Certainly nowhere near last season's best. I'm just thinking, did we get into the Champions League a season too early? Yes, it's great we're in Europe, we get the money, but I feel this season is more about getting as much of a run as possible in the Champions League and then just trying to get back into Europe for next season, which isn't a bad thing for a club of this size, especially as we took over the club when they were in the bottom two. Well, where's that leave us in the Champions League? Leaves us in 10th place, so we could still get through. I mean, are we actually assured? No, not yet. We're almost guaranteed a place in at least a playoff round. So next episode we'll see those 2 games against AC and Inter Milan. But for now, let's go see if we can actually turn this form around and get ourselves a good result against Strasbourg. Right, second match of the episode, and it's also the final match before the winter break, or the final league match anyway. Cup matches notwithstanding. We have just fallen out of the top 4 in the race for the Champions League because Monaco, in an earlier kickoff, have beaten Brest by 3-1. Why are Brest involved so much in this episode? Regardless, let's go and see if we can get ourselves a nice little victory away at Strasbourg. So, Simon is in goal. Back 4 of Al-Shamari, Bishabu, Lanketin, who I've promised more game time. I mean, physically he looks okay. He doesn't look like your quality League On type of player. So I am kind of considering just swapping out Ashley. You know what, screw it. Put Bartelson in. Bartelson and Bishabu are the central defenders with Sam Curtis on the at right back. Rene Lopez is playing at the base of the midfield with Junior Onana and Varchetta ahead of him. Fernandez on the left wing, he returns after his injury, and Vinato and Girotti are the two up front. Openda is shattered. Samuel Vinato, I don't think you've really seen him in an episode. I mean, yeah, he's played 5 matches and not really done anything. The poor guy hasn't had a single start for me, so this is actually going to be his opportunity. He is concerned, despite the fact he is a fringe player. Whoops. So let's go and see what he can do for us in this match. We're playing a team who are down near the relegation zone at the moment. And also, I've realised they're playing a back 7, so we need to work the ball around them. Crikey, what a stadium Strasbourg have. There's all the corners are completely filled in. Can we have this at Lons, please? Because at least then we'll get more people in for the Champions League games. I think you just saw on their team sheet, yep, back 7. As you do. I mean, they're clearly going very defensive for this one, so we're going to have to try and work the ball around them. We can pass well, mostly, but it is also very difficult to try and break down a team just like that. So I'm hoping we can grab ourselves a fairly early goal. If Simon would like to hurry up with his distribution. Oh, great distribution to Girotti. What a goal. Can we do that more often, please? More of that. Dennis Simon's got an assist. I know assists aren't tracked in FM, which is a bit of a shame. But look at this for distribution. Oh, do that more often, man. What a shot that is from outside the D as well. That is brilliant. I'd said we needed an early goal. Delivered. That's excellent stuff. Now let's go and grab ourselves a few more, preferably. I was completely thinking about changing up. Oh, that was close from a free kick. Changing up the formation completely and going with like a 4-2-3-1 because I noticed on a lot of scout reports apparently teams tend to struggle against that as we go in 1-0 up at half time. Let's pump some fists. I know you're capable of even better. The XG is actually quite low, and that's for both teams, not just for us. So let's go and see if we can completely take control in this second half, because otherwise I am going to be questioning a little bit whether this tactic is actually suitable to try and just overpower many teams. Because realistically, we should be overpowering the likes of Strasbourg down near the bottom. We drew against bottom of the league. What team is it? Social? I think that's what they're called. As Vinato has just grabbed himself an assist. Girotti with his second of the game. And Vinato, maybe it's time we give him a bit more of a run out because, yeah, it's a simple pass he's made. But that simple pass has resulted in him getting his first goal contribution of the season. Oh, that was a lovely effort by Girotti. Outside of the foot, I think that was as well. Absolutely beautiful. And that's what I want to see a bit more of as Varchetta, Onana are starting to get tired. They are our central midfielders, so we actually do need to be careful with them. Onana is going to stay on for a bit. Varchetta will come off for Svedberg, who's just returning from injury. And apparently is well rested. He's got a full heart, which is good to see. Lanketin is going to come on for Bishabu because Bishabu is tired. He did play midweek, in all fairness. That's the only changes we're going to make for the moment. Let's not go too mad. Let's not completely change everybody up, as a lot more of our players are starting to get tired. In fact, they've made a lot more substitutions, especially going forwards. So I'm going to have to think about some more defensive substitutions, I feel. Because it's clear they wanted to make some changes going forwards. Oh, for goodness sake. I was just saying about defensive substitutions as well. Yeah, I probably should have made that a little bit earlier, as who's at fault here? Who's this guy? Is that Lanketin? Completely beaten. Where's Bartelson even going? Goodness me, as we just got a highlight straight from the off, so can't even make the changes just yet. As if we can find a third goal here, that would be... Oh, for goodness sake. It's the substitutions that are going to cost me here. What is going... Oh my god, straight from kickoff as well. The problem is I couldn't make the changes, but they wouldn't have gone through anyway. That's ridiculous though, guys. Come on. I'm not even having a look at that. Come on. Yeah, Danso's just going to have to come on in defensive midfield. Sam Curtis for Sharp Ferreira. Just wow. What's the point? Openda for Shibotti. That is ridiculous. We were cruising at 2-0. Cruising. And suddenly they just get 2 straight goals. And we're now not going to get another highlight, are we? The game was just decided, yeah, no more highlights for you. Oh wait, we actually get a highlight. I'd tell a lie. Although, to be fair, which way is it going to go? Oh, João Ferreira picks up the ball very well. Excellent stuff. And he plays it into Openda. And Openda has hopefully grabbed the winner. I can't believe we actually got a highlight out of that. How many times this season have I actually sat through this where I've made substitutions and absolutely no highlights have come through? But Openda picks up the ball well from João Ferreira. And I think that actually took a deflection. We got very, very lucky there. Openda's been coming in with a few late goals in recent matches. Don't care. I absolutely don't care. I know we've just won 3-2. I am annoyed though. Oh my god, what is that with the... Oh, there's us. Hang on, who's this then? Was that their goal? Oh, that was for 2. That was for 3-2. No, this is our XG. So Strasbourg had better XG than us. That is ridiculous. Yeah, that was a big let-off. Rene Lopez seems confused. I don't care, man. I do not care. We should not have just held on for 3-2. Unbelievable. We are being picked apart at the back. I know we've just won that game, but it is getting a little frustrating now. The likes of PSG and Marseille, Inter Milan, AC Milan, they're going to be licking their lips, knowing they'll get goals against us. And that's exactly where we're going to come back for the next episode. Inter Milan and AC Milan, Champions League, the final 2 league phase matches. Let's see if we can try and nick ourselves a top 8 position and skip that playoff, get ourselves into the last 16. Oh, also transfers. It's January, so let's see what transfers we can actually make. Some players are coming in, so we'll go through those. If you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button so you don't miss the end to our Champions League league phase campaign and the second half of the season coming up. I'm hoping we can actually have a little fun towards the end of the season. Maybe not just push for Europe again, but also maybe a cup run. Depends how we're doing these 2 cup matches that are about to come up off camera anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for your support on the series so far. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode.